Yo, PJ here, what's good? Quick shout out to today's sponsor, SWA Apparel. SWA creates elevated essentials with satin-lined pieces designed to protect your hair, helping reduce friction, breakage, and frizz while you wear them. It's a luxury streetwear where the details actually matter. Check them out at swapparel.com and make sure you use promo code TRAP to get 15% off your next purchase. Catch you in the episode. Peace.
Am I the only one who set his expectations way too high for this J. Cole album? Like, there was a part of me that really thought that he was gonna pop out on this album with having like Kendrick on a feature or something. Like, I really thought that was gonna happen. I thought he was gonna drop some crazy shit with Kendrick on a feature. Instead, he gave us a bunch of songs telling us about his life story again. Like, after listening to this album for the third time, I feel like I know more about J. Cole than J. Cole knows about J. Cole. This nigga's album makes me want to drink hot chocolate in a robe and watch The Pursuit of Happiness. Like, this nigga's album makes me want to go to the bar just so I could tell people about the effects of drinking. This shit got me fucked up, yo. Great rapping, but I wish we would have got some harder beats. Like, this nigga make me want to call my ex up and tell her it was my fault. I don't know, bro.
Yo, it's your boy, this is De Niro.
Your boy Flying J.
We are the Real Lab Podcast.
And this is the review.
Man, it's been an interesting day. We got this boy J. Cole finally dropped the fall off. And like we said, we had an argument last week. We here to do the review.
Yes, sir.
I was hating.
You were.
We're going to get into it.
You were disrespecting, bro. Don't forget that. You call J. Cole New Balance.
I said J. Cole is like a pair of New Balances.
Bro, that's such disrespect, dog.
I got the clip right here. J. Cole is a New Balance. He has spent his entire career just like New Balance trying to prove to Nike and all the other shoe brands that he belongs, right? Just like New Balance. We've always liked New Balance, but up until recently, these New Balances that everybody's wearing, it's like, yo, New Balance is really up here when it comes to like all these other brands now. Now New Balance has made like a statement. That's how I look at J. Cole. That's what I said. Drake is a Jordan. Kendrick is like a Chuck Taylor Converse. J. Cole is a New Balance. The current state of New Balance. New Balance is popular everywhere.
Yeah, now.
All right, so now we're going to just get right to it because this is going to be pretty long at the end of the day because J. Cole came out with 2 discs on this thing, man. So we got a lot to really break down. First, I want to say, bro, Flying J, just give me your first overall thought of the entire album, bro.
Overall, I was waiting for something like this to finally drop. I think it's pretty awesome that an artist can finally control the narrative, especially when it comes to the end of your career, right? So I think overall, and I'm gonna get deep into that what I mean by that, but overall, because I don't want to get long-winded with it.
Take your time today, baby.
Overall, because I know you got some stuff, I'm gonna break it down. I'm gonna, who's coming out?
I can go anywhere.
I got Super Saiyan 7 coming out. Bro,
I just gotta hold it anywhere. Let's go.
Okay. Overall, I think this is a classic project, bro. I wouldn't. You were saying that some people were calling it the album of the decade.
That's what they say. Which I'm like, y'all doing too much. Y'all doing a little too much already. But go ahead.
I wouldn't call the album of the decade.
Thank you.
Maybe it needs to marinate a little bit for people to become the album of the decade. But I think it's worthy to be a nomination of that.
Okay, I'm glad you said that. Thank you. So me and Flying J was talking the other week, right? Remember, we just freestyle all this stuff. If this is his last album, I would say nominated for a Grammy could definitely be in the conversation. I think I made a point the other day to say, I think the reason why he doesn't win is because he does tend to focus on himself. But this time, I think the album does carry, I wouldn't necessarily a message, but I just think it's more personable. And it has a feeling to. I can't explain the feeling. It just feels.
I know the feeling.
Yeah, I can't explain the feeling. But
let me. Can I
there's
say
something about it that feels personal, and it's like, damn, this could be that could probably win an album of the year just off the feeling alone. But you try to explain it. Go ahead.
Okay, feeling alone off the album alone. Okay, this is gonna get in my hip hop bag. Yeah. This album is to represent something that most artists can't do. You keep telling me that hip hop artists can't retire. And I keep telling you the verses of that. Yes, the hip hop artist itself cannot retire, but the fans of the artist can retire you. What I mean by that is when you have a certain artist that is just like, they're still trying to put out bangers and everything, and they're still trying to be, high and everything. And unfortunately, there's a certain time where you fizzle out, bro. And the fans will tell you, bro, like, he's washed up, he ain't got it anymore. Like, bro, stop, Drake is going through that right now. Kendrick is slowly beginning that right now.
No, he's not.
J. Cole, admittedly is at the tail end of it. And this is why I say I respect J. Cole for pulling out the beef. I respect J. Cole for putting out this album because he's controlling the narrative, bro. Not many people get to retire themselves. He's the one that gets to be like, I want to fall out myself. I want to pull myself out the beef. I get to control when I want to retire. So when he put out this album, bro, I was so happy. And then when I heard it, I was like, yes, bro. He's probably like one of the few artists that probably gets to retire themselves. And he gets the glory tour, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I get you.
And not many artists get that, bro, because it's just the hip hop game, just like, you know, music industry itself. It's a brutal, you know, game, bro, and you know it's so unfair, bro, and you could give so much to it, bro, but at some point the fans will retire you, bro.
Let me give you a little round of applause. Hey, that boy said something really good. Hey, let me shake my hand, bro.
No, bro, because you said,
no,
bro,
no,
like,
wait,
damn.
let me say this. You said something really good, boy. Hey, I got to clap for Johnny again. That was beautiful. Johnny said, you get to retire yourself. Because I'm going to be real with you, bro, just to add to what you said. Don't think, this album, don't think I hated it. All right? It's good.
I was hoping, I was feeling like you were going to hate it, but let's hear.
I got moments.
Okay.
When you said the statement, you get to retire yourself, that was beautiful. Because, bro, I ain't going to lie to you, bro. I really felt like this everything he got. Because I was like, he ain't got nothing to talk about after this album, bro. And that's what I was saying, just to go back into the comparison with the whole, I'm going to just go back to like Jay-Z, right? When Jay-Z had retired on off of the Black album,
yep,
I was like, damn, this nigga, he's too young for this. But that's why Jay-Z came back. I'm like, yo, it's so
But did he really come back, though?
Yeah, I mean, he still kept making music.
But he didn't come back as like that Jay-Z that we know him that was paying $100 grand for the freaking radio station. He didn't come back as that, bro. He came back to the game like, you know, when you retire from football or basketball, but you become the coach.
Mm-hmm. But that's good. That's good. Keep going.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay. Nah, I hear you. To me, I heard Jake. I was like, okay. Now I'm gonna get in on him a little bit now. But I was like, okay, this nigga, like you said, he gets to control it. Because I'm like, he has nothing else to really talk about.
Controls the narrative.
The reason why I say that, bro, there was a lot of times on this album, before we get into certain tracks,
yes,
I was like, yo, this nigga J. Cole, every time he get into the album bag, bro, we are hit with the same repetitive topics. And he said one song, he said,
pardon me if I've been sounding like some broken record. I come from the brokers on home.
I was like, yo, he keeps talking about the same thing, being from the Ville, you know, coming up the way he did, all this stuff. I'm like, yo, this nigga always talk about the same thing, and it's cool. But yeah, you're right about that. But now, let's go further, bro, before that we even get deep into it, bro. One thing I will say that I'm glad he didn't do, I think he kind of did it 1 or 2 times. I'm glad that everybody keeps saying, is J. Cole going to address the beef? And I'm glad that he didn't really address it. As well as, I wasn't too big a fan of the statement of him saying like he has bodies in his closet.
Playing hard for the white boys that can't tell a difference. Caught a lot of bodies, so my closet, it got skeletons.
It's like, bro, you're kind of doing the thing where you had opportunity to go to the beef, you didn't, and you're kind of like boasting. Don't do that. Stay where you at. That's what I'm going to say. How do you feel about that? Do you feel like he addressed anything that made him seem greater than others? Or do you feel like he just played his lane correctly?
I think in this album, he addressed it the way he needed to address it. It wasn't that, man, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, you don't think he deserves something? Like, I don't know how that was bad. I'm gonna say it.
No, say it.
You don't think that he does have some bodies in the closet? Like, you don't think that he bodies some people in the rap game? You don't think he bodies some people in lyricism alone? You know, like that's what I take from that bar. I think is that I've took, because he's battled someone like Lil Pump and all those, like, you know, those kids and everything.
Lil Pump, bro.
Yeah, but still, bro, you know what I'm saying? It's still part of the game, bro. Like, you know, Lil Pump try to, you know, if you diss someone, it's still a diss at the end of the day, bro. That's just part of the game. But with this one here, but I don't feel like he really kind of addressed the beef really too much, or he was trying to address like the whole Drake Kendrick situation as much, you know. I feel like this was just him to take the opportunity just to be like you said, let me give all that I have out. Let me just put it all on the table, and, you know, let if people like it, they don't, and, you know, if they do, they do. One thing I do want to say is that J. Cole himself explained that this album brings the journey full circle.
I don't see that, but go ahead.
From like his earlier works, like the come up, to where he is today. He said that himself.
Okay.
So I can see that, and I can feel like the first disc, whatever it is,
Disc 29.
Disc 29. it does represent what like the come up, you know, any given Sunday, you know, Friday Night Lights. It does give those vibes. You don't agree with that?
That's what I'm glad you said that because you said earlier. I feel the opposite. I feel okay. Let's get deep into the album.
Go.
This 29 versus this 39.
Let's go with 29 first.
This 29 to me felt like this is what people came for. This is your actual album. This is the project.
I disagree with
hold
that.
On,
bro.
hold on, wait.
What the hell?
I felt this was your project. This sounded more modern. This was cool. I'm almost done.
29 sounded more modern.
Wait. I'm giving it to you. This. Let me get this off. This sounded more like the project people came for, the universe, right? Everybody beyond its lyricism, trap niggas, whatever. This was it, right? When again, we can go into the other one. This 39 is where I feel the title, The Fall Off, made sense. It was a drop to me from 29 to 39. So when you saying things like you felt like I agree with you. I was seeing a lot of everything. I'm like, okay, this is the warm up, this is the come up, this is this, you know what I'm saying? Forza Drive, cool. But I thought this 29 was the main course of what this album was. I felt this 39 was more like the throwaways or like this is the last I got in the stash, and it was the more personal stuff like this is the B-sides. You know, these are the songs that don't make it to the radio. That's how I saw it. Go ahead, though.
I didn't see it that way. I saw it more of like he explained it, like it's just more of his earlier work of the first album. So like, you know, it still needs some improvement and stuff like that. But then the second album to me felt like more like it's concrete and more stronger stuff. You know what I'm saying?
It may be stronger for the whole hip hop head thing that you're talking about. I agree with you with that.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
Okay, I give you that. But
the lyrical biblical shit.
That's it. But what I'm saying, I'm gonna say this. This is the only reason why I have not saying the issue with J. Cole, but just the issue with the way that we have to judge J. Cole. He's letting you know I'm not here for the radio plays, and that's cool, right?
Yes, and that's fine, bro.
No, it is fine, right?
J. Cole's underground to me.
Yes, he's like the greatest underground artist there is.
Thank you. And what's wrong with that, bro? That's hip hop, bro.
But
like, you make it seem that he needs to have a fucking radio hit, and
then you're not. But then you're not in the. Okay, cool, right? If you want to be that, let's stop talking about J. Cole being in any big three. Stop talking about you the best.
Then,
let's stop talking about that.
Bro, you pissed me off.
Oh,
bro, we need to talk about what puts the category of the big three, bro.
I didn't even know.
I think the big three was the lyrics, bro. Because that's what it is at the end of the day. When Kendrick took out Drake, it was because the fucking bars that he put out, Not Like Us. You know what I mean? The song is not. I'll be honest, bro. I'm a biggest Kendrick fan, but the beat and the song itself is not really that good. But the bars that he had on there to attack Drake and the way he did it was fucking that was fucking genius, bro. That's it. Yeah, what you gotta say?
When it comes to battle rap, it's all lyricism, right?
Right.
I'll be real with you. I didn't even know when this whole big three thing started.
But that's not mainstream, though.
No. I'm not saying that. But what I'm trying to say is that I'll be real with you, bro. This album, I didn't even judge it based off the lyrics because I know J. Cole gonna give me lyrics. I give it off of the production in the field. That's why I say he did a good job because if you're going down, just let's say this one, bro. Oh, how you call it? 2-6, right? This is a nice beat. I can't judge you, bro. You got enough good lyrics. Bro, I cannot name you 3 to 4 bars J. Cole said that was like, oh my God. It's cool. But it's like, nah, nigga, Go ahead.
It's still early. You got to listen to it more, bro. You got to listen to it more. The only thing this is why it's one of the greatest albums of its time. Hold on. One of the greatest albums of its time. And I'm saying this for the hip hop nerds. He does references to old school beats, bro. He samples like Usher, DMX, bro. Eric Common, I used to love her, bro. Okay. Like he even touches reference into like the freaking conversation that we never had between Biggie and Tupac, bro.
That was corny.
What?
Yeah, that was corny to me.
Why is that for you?
It's not for you.
You know when you say it's corny, bro. You are the same people that used to that back in the day before anime became cool. That used to say, "Oh, you're a weirdo, bro."
I'm not saying you're weirdo, but
that's what I'm saying. This is not for just for like the mainstream people.
No,
this
I'm
is not for
that.
like the radio hits. This is for the freaking hip hop nerds, bro. This is for the Lupe Fiasco's Kick Push, bro. This is for like, come on, man. That's why when you said I didn't listen to it for the lyrics. This is the problem, bro. You need to listen to it for the lyrics. The beat and production is one thing, but it's the beat and production. The references to old school beats, like I used to love her. The freaking entendres that he used to have in its lyricism, bro. It's such a masterpiece that he put together, bro. And people are not giving it just due, bro. And that's what's frustrating.
I didn't say that it's corny. I said that
you just said it was corny.
No. That song to me was corny.
Okay.
The album, it's a good project. It's a good body of work. I'm saying this is my thing, bro. I call J. Cole the dungeon master. You ever play D&D?
Yes. With the person
guy,
in charge.
He's the guy that's telling you the stories.
Okay.
I learned through this album that's J. Cole's skill. He's a great storyteller.
Wasn't it you that used to say that I like storytelling?
I don't mind storytelling, but when when the whole second album is all about that, it's like, all right, J. Cole, goddamn, like I want to learn about you a little bit more. Nugget, it's cool, but bro, you gotta listen, Johnny. When you keep saying the same over and over, this is why I have an issue when you keep saying that they keep on referencing stuff. You don't have to reference the old for me to say, oh, this is hip hop. That's why I think people like you get where it's like, just because you're referencing don't mean nothing. This man used Little Bootsy, and I'm like, yo, you throwing random references out there for no reason. Like, I just think he was stuck into a time period of hip hop where it's like, if I do this, I immediately get the credit. It's cool, but it's not necessary. I think he made enough good songs on here. Bro, we can even go down tracks. Bro, you said, like, for example, Safety. Good song.
Good song.
Right?
But that's in the first album.
Cool, right? All right. So then what else we got? We got Safety went down there, right?
Okay.
Run a Train. Fire.
It's his first album though. It's fire, but it's not like his real genius stuff, bro.
What do you mean genius stuff?
Oh my god.
Legacy. Good song. These are good songs, right? The best song I think as far as a collective on this entire thing. Bunts Road Blues. Fire song. Why? He brought in Tim's on that mother
Future.
He got into the Future thing, bro. This man got the whole Afrobeat movement. It's cool, bro. Again, this is to me the first half of this is the actual collective of like, yo, J. Cole. This is the real album. If you would have just gave me that album, I'd say, oh, this is a good project. To me, the second album just felt experimental to me, bro.
The reason why I say the second album is more for like the representation of what the album's supposed to be. You want to go track for track. I'm not gonna go track for track, but I'm just gonna go like
get your highlights
through it. So it starts off with the fall off is inevitable.
That's it.
What do you think of that song?
We already heard that. Remember, I wasn't even impressed last time about that. No, it's a cool. Let me clear it up.
But you got a song like The Villas.
Best song on the whole thing to me.
Second album. It was not in the first, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like the first album, I will give people whatever argument they have where it says it's like the best thing ever, because I feel like it's still from the old time when he's still developing his style and everything and trying to figure it out. You know, when he's putting stuff on his own, he didn't have the resources and everything. Honestly, sometimes I think that like he had some like unreleased songs that he threw on here for the first album. The second album, I feel like it's more recent, more modern. And you say there's something about the storytelling. He's grown, bro. Like he like, you know, like why does Kendrick Lamar get a pass, which is my favorite artist, by the way? Why does he get a pass when he tells stories, but when it comes to like, bro,
let me answer the question. Go ahead.
I will answer the question. I just feel like J. Cole gets an unfair chance just because after the beef that like took him out for everything. So he has no warrant when it comes to anything that he does anymore.
It's not that Kendrick gets a pass, bro. It's when you hear you keep saying the term growth, right? I'm not seeing the growth, not because J. Cole has not grown. He has grown. I'm going to say where to me, he's grown on this project because of the songs he put together. That's growth. Like, this sound like a real project. I told you, I thought KOD was trash. I thought the offseason was cool, but it was all right. This sound like a real masterful thing. I give him that.
Okay,
My
cool.
thing is that, though, you keep talking about growth. You keep talking about the Ville. Again, that's where you're from. That's fine. Most of your songs on this are storytellings of time periods in your life. That's why I give him credit, because each song is this. It's like each song is a different year of time. You keep talking about growth. Where's the growth? J. Cole, you've never really talked to us about where you at now in life. You better talk about you still rap like you broke. And I'm being with you. And I'm not saying that that's a bad thing, bro. It's the fact that you talking about even Drake, right? As much as Drake get on my nerves sometimes, bro, you see Drake from so far gone to now. Bro, there's a difference in conversation. There's a difference in things they talk about. Kendrick, from wherever he started, Good Kid, Mad City, Section 80, is a difference now. He's evolved from, I was a kid in Compton, to now, nigga, I'm out here, conscious, whatever, is a growth. J. Cole, you still talking about stuff like you still trying to prove yourself. Everything is about back then when you was a kid, you were trying to smash a girl. Even the way that you even name these songs, bro, like some of these songs, The Let Out. That's like some little hood nigga club stuff. Like, bro, you're saying little things, bro, like you're saying things that niggas say every day. Like, let's run a train. What are we talking about? Dude, you're rich.
Pause.
I'm just saying, you like, even the way that you title your songs, it's like you title these songs like a mixtape. It's like you afraid to even come to like the top, nigga, you already here. So it ain't the fact that I'm mad at you about the beef. It's just like, dude, you rap like you got in the game, not accidentally, but you can't believe, like you don't even believe, you rap like you don't even believe that you deserve to be here sometime. You talking about the same ordinary stuff. Like, bro, I'm thinking like your last album, like the one song he did, right? On the first one, right? This is the only song where he pretty much said something about him like losing like motivation and whatever else like that. It was good. You didn't really even address what the fall off was about. You just making songs just to put songs together. There's no difference between this and the Carter albums. It's just a bunch of random tracks. It's cool because we got new music, but nigga, you ain't grow up. Nigga, you ain't grow. That's what I'm gonna say.
Man, you had to put the Carter in this, bro. Fuck. The thing is that, and I'm glad you put Lil Wayne in that little category. Rappers like Lil Wayne and J. Cole, like, I'm glad they don't change. I'm glad they stay into the underground. I'm glad that they don't chase trends and like put out like TikTok songs and shit like that. Which I love Kendrick to death, but like, you know, when that GNX album was like kind of close to that. You know what I'm saying? For the beef with Drake and everything. Just that one song, not like us. That was a TikTok song. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It went viral everywhere on every platform. But I feel like J. Cole probably revived what the underground died back when, you know, Tyga became a rapper. That was like 2011-ish, you know.
When Tyga came out?
Yeah.
It was like 08, 09.
When Drake came out the first time.
08, 09.
Yeah.
09.
I feel like he killed the underground rap game.
Drake?
Yeah. Because like the mixtape game at that time was like still kind of like not like phased out. You know, you still had people like putting out like mixtapes and stuff like that. Drake was probably like the last one, you know, like, and I'm not like last one to put out a mixtape, but like a last one to get,
I know what you mean,
like big off a mixtape where everyone was listening. Because I remember I used to be like on that piff, like waiting for mixtapes, bro.
Yeah.
So like when going back to J. Cole and throwing a Lil Wayne in there, I just feel like I like that these rappers kind of stay in their lane, bro. It's just because like you still get to enjoy, no matter how old you get, that they are still the kind of the same person. And like I know you want growth and everything and stuff like that, but like Kendrick Lamar, I love him and everything, but sometimes I wish I still get a little bit of Section 80. You know, I still wish I got a little bit of K Dot. You know what I mean? Like, you know, but you don't get to have that anymore because the rappers have to grow up, and I get that. But like with J. Cole, like we get to enjoy that a little bit with this last album, and this is the last album, and it's a masterpiece. And like personally, when like I love hip hop so much, like. I know that notice the reference, like, you know, the old Common song, I used to love her back. Like, that's like an old song. That was like before I was even born, bro. Like, I think probably.
Okay, wait. So,
but at the end of the day, bro, it's just like, yeah, I get it. It's not growth. Yeah, I get it. It's not like where the standard of like Kendrick and Lamar and Drake, where they're like they're still like, you know, mainstream and still getting those like views and everything. I just think that. I like that they stay in their lane because still hip hop heads and the nerds that I am, because I love hip hop to fucking death. Just like not only beats, lyrics, but like everything that it possibly is at its essence. We get to enjoy probably the last thing of what hip hop is, because hip hop right now is like a dying sport. It's kind of like fizzling out. It's very poppy, and we don't get to enjoy the lyricism as much anymore.
No, like I said, I hear you on that, and I'm not mad about that. And that's why I said I feel like the real album, the fall off, is the first disc. Because it's like, this felt like everything. This felt like the growth, like, okay, maybe not the lyrics, but like, bro, the production of this is really good.
Yep.
When I got to the second one, I'm like, okay, this is cool.
Damn.
This is cool. Like, again, my favorite song is on the second one, but it's like, dog, he was even trying.
You say that,
bro. He was even trying even like different stuff. He was singing a lot, and it was cool. But I'm like, yo, this is not that. This is not the first one. I'm telling you, that's why I said the first one started high, then it fall off to the second one. That's what I'm like, does that what the fall off mean? Because I didn't get that. But nah, like I said, I agree with you. I'm gonna tell you, this is the best way that I could put J. Cole. If you watch The Wire, you're gonna understand what I'm talking about. If you watch The Wire, J. Cole is Marlo. I'm gonna tell you Marlo. Marlo was a nigga that was in the game. They sold drugs, right? His thing was to always get out the game, right? Matter of fact, I'll use Power too, right? Marlo was nigga that was on The Wire, right? When he got into the business with the white people and he got into like a suit and he was able to like leave the game, the last episode, he go back to the corner to where everything started for him. That's J. Cole. I made it out the corner. I went to the big business rooms with everybody else. I don't have to be on the corner. I keep coming back to this musically. And that's cool to be hip-hop head. Because even Nas and them, they do that. But it's like, we know what these niggas at. We know, like, even Jay-Z, right? Jay-Z average, right? Songs like, show me what you got. Like, yeah, like, you give me different songs. Like, you know what's so funny? The way J. Cole started, and I'm glad that he definitely changed up his image, he started off like he was at the end already. J. Cole used to be very flashy, all this stuff. When he realized, like, yo, I'm going to go back to that Forest Hill Drives, and he became neutralized everything, it's cool, but like now you just been this free-spirited rapper and it's cool, dog, but like stop talking about the same thing all the time. We get it, we know that. That's what I said. J. Cole did not impress me with the raps of this one. It was the production. It ain't that he can rap, but that's all I know you for. Kendrick gonna give you a whole different, every album gonna be different. GNX is not Mr. Morale. Mr. Morale is not Damn. Damn is not To Pimp a Butterfly. Like, it's different. J. Cole, Forest Hill Drives, For Your Eyes Only, to me, it could be the same. KOD is the worst album that you made. The off season to this one, they ain't that different. That's all I'm gonna tell you, bro. It's cool. I like it, but it's like, nah, don't talk about growth with this nigga. This nigga ain't show no growth except for the things that he created. Same lyrics all the time. That's why I said that's why I said J. Cole gotta go, because he know his damn self. Nigga, I grew up about the Saints all the time. We know about the Ville already, nigga. Then we know about this already. That's what I'm gonna say, dog.
But like, as much as you're saying that, with the passion you're saying that, is that he gets to do it in his time though. Cause you keep saying like, oh, like I'm done, blah blah, like, you know, all this stuff. Like, yeah, bro, like he knows he's done. You know what I mean? No, you don't ever get a rapper that like ever gets to like, yo, I'm fizzling out. Like, you know, like now I gotta put out one more album and that's it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't get that every day. So like, you're taking it as this is the best stuff that has to be put out because of the big three. I'm taking it as my favorite artist is still putting out to please, like, you know, his hardcore dying fan, like his hardcore fans, and you know, like to still, not even for relevancy, but just still for the culture.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. It's not even for the dollars. It's not even for the like, because honestly, and I'll admit this right now. He lost the big three. You know, like he lost. We all knew that, right? And he knows that. And so the fact that he even included in the raps, and then the fact that like that's where like the fall off was coming, like, you know, kind of like come from with everything, you know, how, like the creation of it. So like I love this, and I appreciate that you finally get a rapper that's like putting it out album. It's a farewell tour, and you know, like he might go on tour on this last album, and I hope he does, because I never got to catch J. Cole. So if I get to catch him on this last album, which he's gonna perform all the new songs as well as the old songs. What if he calls it the Fallout Tour? That's gonna be fucking fire,
okay,
bro.
All right. I'm glad that we shift over to now. You said something about the tours. One thing about this album, I will say that's a good thing. He got a lot of, I call them Negro spirituals. He got a lot of songs that's like chants, bro. What the F do that? What, bro? He said,
oh man,
bro.
Funny,
what do you know about pain? Like, he's really screaming. I can see him being in the crowd, like, put the mic up. What do you know about my pain? What do you know about Jermaine? I see all of that. That's good. He got a lot of, like, Let's Run the Train, all that. He got a lot of Negro spiritual. He had a lot of chants in here that's like, he can be able to just put the mic out there. I think he's mastered that. I think he's mastered the idea of like, bro, I may not hit the radio, but nigga, my concerts, that's the thing about him. He has one of the most consistent fan bases that I ever seen.
That's the thing.
They gonna come out for that nigga no matter what.
Oh, there's a statistic though that I just want to throw out there, and I want you to get your opinion on this. But him and Drake are the only I forgot what it's like, the only few artists that in the first week that they went number one.
Okay, I can see that.
You know, and Kendrick didn't even get that supposedly.
Again, I'm not here to listen. I'm gonna tell you right now, bro. I think Drake got it off the popularity. I think J. Cole, I'm gonna tell you, J. Cole, he the people's champion, bro.
Damn.
That's what it is. It's like, bro, you are the nigga that you got a brother, right?
Yep.
Obviously.
Yep.
I'm the third brother, bro. No, I'm saying I'm that brother that I love my family. I'm that brother that I always had good grades.
Yep.
I always did the right thing. I got the less attention though, right? That's who J. Cole is. You're going to get the less attention from the higher ups, but the niggas that know who you really are, they're going to be there for you. And he has enough niggas that know who he is that's going to be there for him. And that's why I said he's not like a normal nigga. That's why when you say he's underground, I can still feel that. But I'm like, yo, he's like the best underground nigga we've seen. He's like the best G League nigga that we ever seen. He ain't no Bronny. He ain't,
Damn, that's so disrespectful.
no. I'm saying is because you said that he's underground. I don't think he's G League. I think he's NBA. All that. What I'm saying is he's a nigga that's like you don't get the same treatment as everybody else because we already expect greatness from you already, bro.
The rap game, bro. That's the sad thing about it, bro. It's like an unwinnable game, bro. If you really think about it.
Not for everybody.
Okay, elaborate.
Nah, just like I said, like bro, if you listen.
What do you mean not for everybody? Like what's the whole point of the game of the rap game? Like, like you is it like the dollars? Like it's like the same thing with basketball, bro. Like a lot of people get into it for the art and like the love of basketball, but at the end of the day, it's a business.
I agree with you, and I'm telling you, that's what I think happened to J. Cole. I think the ride was the thrill for him. I think his thing was being outside of Jay-Z's, building, trying to get Jay-Z to notice him and get that approval. For some niggas getting that approval, that's a Grammy to you. I remember Pharrell told Kendrick's producer on Session 80, he goes, bro, I love this jazz stuff that y'all doing. Who's your producer? Kendrick goes, this guy. And Pharrell gave him that. And he goes, man, that means a lot coming from you.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Exactly. Sometimes that's all you want. You want a nigga Jay-Z to say, hey, you can rap. That might be it. But I think when you get here, that's when it gets hard. You rappers, Wale, Big Sean, all these guys, like, they never really killed the game like that. But a nigga like Drake and all them, it's like they never get on the bad side because they're always up. I just think because these niggas is like, they see them more. Like some niggas just get to the NBA because they just want to be there.
Okay.
But they get there and then they like, how do I stay here? Because they don't know how to stay. Because like, bro, it takes more than you think you need to drop 15, 30 points a game, bro. It's more than that. J. Cole, I just feel like, bro, he made it here and he never understood, like, nigga, you're great enough to be here, bro. So this album is just like, it's cool. You have a nice fan base that's gonna support you because they understand your drive. I heard a story. This nigga landlord didn't even charge this nigga rent because he believes in that nigga J. Cole. That's who he do it for. Yeah. He one of them superheroes that do it for the low niggas. Like he do it for like all the low, like I don't say low life. He do it for all the guys that don't. I won't say that. J. Cole does it for the kid.
Yeah, not the kid.
For the people. He do it for the people that's down here, not the people that's up here.
And that's most of us, bro.
I agree with you. But sometimes you can believe in somebody so much you want to see him get from year to year.
He's there.
But you don't act like it.
And that's fine. Why do you gotta act like it?
I'm not telling you to act bougie, but bro, sometimes to me, when you keep talking about how broke you are, it's like a slap in my face. Like, dog, you out of here. Like, take me there with you. What are you seeing? Like, I want to see that you didn't switch up on me. Which he's not, but it's like, dog, let me see.
He's not switching up, bro. I don't know what you want. You want like a freaking radio hit and shit like that? Or you want like a freaking banger, that freaking summer banger? Like, I don't get that, bro. This is what, like, he's not that, bro. You're not gonna get that for him, and people can need to accept that. He's just for the lyrics, bro. He's just for the bars, like, and he's talking about his life and stuff like that. And he's not about the glamour. He's not about the freaking the chains and the freaking whips and stuff like that.
So
bro.
Then what's motivate? Okay, cool, right? So then what's motive? Okay, let's use other clips, right? You just said chains and whips, right? They don't even talk about how they struggle all the time like that. They may talk about stuff in the past, but it's like. It's not like a.
But they talk about struggle still in some form of fashion.
You can talk struggle, but stop making it seem like you struggling.
Talking about losing his mom, bro. That's a struggle, bro.
That's real. That's different. That's a timestamp. Then J. Cole rap like he's still in the goddamn trap right now. Like he's stuck. Like, okay, I'm gonna give you the best example, right? The song Neighbors, right?
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm selling dope.
They said the neighbors think I'm selling dope.
Yep.
That's perfect.
Because he's selling dope music.
No, that's who. But you're telling me you went to a rich neighborhood,
right?
A nice neighborhood.
Yep.
And white people can't even believe that you're there. And they call the cops and they think you selling dope. That's you letting me know I made it out the hood, but I'm still getting treated like a nigga. That's what I want to hear. That's more like, wow, that's crazy. That's a perspective. You keep talking like you here with you're not here with us. That's all I'm saying. And we can go all day about this, but I'm just saying.
Last question. Is it because like he's got money and he's got the ways to make life easy for himself like that? Is that the fact that it changes everything for him that he can't act like that because he's got it like that, or it's just like because I don't hear his raps and I don't see it like, oh, he's like rich and everything, bro. Like, who knows that he was rich, bro? Because maybe his deal wasn't even like that. You know what I'm saying? Like people assume rappers are rich, bro. And for the most part, a lot of them are not. They're just well off, just based off the music and their contract. But man, like I'm gonna end it on this. I get what you're saying. Where he hasn't growth as a lyricist, as an artist. And
He's grown, but he doesn't.
No, he's grown as a person, like because
Yes.
in life, but he hasn't grown as an artist. Where usually where artists they grow with their life.
Right, you're like like your subject matter changes a little bit.
Right, and I get that, but sometimes I don't want to know about him being older and like or not that I don't want to know about it, but.
I get what you're saying.
Sometimes, bro, we don't like growing up, bro. As far as ourselves, and we get to enjoy something a little bit longer, just a little bit more longer, and that's what it is. With this album, we got to enjoy an older J. Cole that we remember and we knew, and the songs and references that we knew. It's just a little bit longer, and that's it. And that's why you're gonna get a lot of people are like, this is the album, and people are crying on fucking Instagram and shit like that, some dumb shit. But which it's still funny, but like. I get what they mean by like that. It's just like it references and it's very nostalgic and it's probably like the last thing that we probably will get that is like a classic album that references those old school beats, old school references, old school like even the where I said like what song is that, the Man Above?
Yeah.
He has the same cadence of J-Lo song that I'm still J-Lo from the block.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
It's just cool to hear those songs because I grew up on those ones and he touches on those points. I think he was really good at that, and that's why I was saying I'm happy that like he did it. And after this, he's gone because we got to enjoy it just a little bit longer. That's it.
I give you that. Like I said, man. Like I said, if you want to just go based on the fact that you still was able to just hear something, I respect that. I just remember J. Cole from. Damn, broke is a bad joke, but still I laugh though. Front and trying to have hope. It's sad though. I'm tired of being broke as ish. Like, that is the J. Cole that I was like, I can relate to you. And you're still giving me that. And it's like, all right, appreciate you, J. Cole, but like, let me see, nigga, you had a daughter, you had a son. Talk about that a little bit more. But it's cool, though. It's still so much more that we can keep going on, but we're going to leave it at that,
We'll leave it at that, yeah.
But, bro, I said, overall, bro, I give this album 7.5, 8. That's how I gave it.
I'll give it a 8.7.
Okay, that's fine. 8.7, we'll leave it at that. Like I said, again, we keep going on this, but y'all let us know what y'all think about the fall off. This is not a review to hate. It was just more like the little things that I saw. But y'all let us know. Like I said, we can make a whole nother video on this.
Like 3 hours.
Y'all let us know if y'all want us to do something else, but we can keep going, dog. But until next time, peace.
Peace.